it, girl, you got it. Hey. You got it, girl, you got it. Yeah. Pretty little thing, you got a bag and now you ballin'.
What's up, YouTube? It's Kay and I'm back with a video. Y'all, I feel so naked. Like, I need my eyebrows done so bad, but we're not even gonna talk about that. Why do I still have this in? Okay, but today, y'all, I wanted to do something different for a video. I wanted to, y'all know it's Black History Month. It's February, and honestly, I think it's like kind of sad that we only learn a little bit more about Black history when it's February. So I thought, why not? I've been looking into a little bit more research about like Black inventors and Black things that Black people might have made, or they might have remade, made a better version, you know, improved it, that a lot of us don't know about. So I pretty much wanted to do more like an educational video for y'all. You know, if you don't like the type of video, you can go ahead and click off, but if you're interested in learning a little bit more about Black history, then keep watching. Okay, y'all, we have to take a brief intermission because as y'all know, my camera died. So we're back. But anyway, like I was saying, if this video does not interest you, go ahead and click off. But if you want to learn a little bit more about Black history, then keep watching. So I'm getting all of my information from, I have did a lot of research on a lot of websites, but I like the ones that they have on, but they have a lot of different ones on this particular website. That's why I'm reading from it, informing y'all from it. I'm gonna leave the link to the website down below if y'all want to go read the whole article about it. But basically it's called 18 Things You Didn't Know Were Invented by Black People. So Black people, African American. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so the first thing that like really had me shook was a 3 signal traffic lights. Like, y'all know the traffic lights when we drive. And it say, many people don't realize this, but an early version of the 3 signal traffic light was created by a Black man, Garrett Morgan. Morgan was the first Black person to own a car in Cleveland, and according to biography.com, in 1923, he created a new kind of traffic light, one with a warning light to alert drivers that they would need to stop after witnessing a carriage, y'all, accident at a particularly problematic intersection in the city. Morgan quickly acquired for his traffic signal a newer version of modern 3-way traffic light in the United States, Britain, Canada, and eventually sold the rights to General Electric for $40,000. So what I'm reading is the new kind of traffic signal. So they might have already maybe had, like, 'cause you know back then they was on carriages and horses. So maybe they already had something, like, I don't know, but he created basically like the newer version. Like, you need to stop, you need to go, you need to turn here, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that's like amazing. Like, y'all, we use traffic lights. I mean, if you drive, you go through traffic lights every day, and it's crazy to think like somebody really was like, you know, we need something that stop, go. Like, if you really think about everything in life, you don't think like everything was invented. Like, everything with God's tools, everything was invented. And speaking of God, y'all, in my videos I want to start talking about God a little bit more, bringing y'all along with me, basically, because y'all, I'm at a point in my life where I am trying to get closer to God. I am trying to go up to heaven when he comes down, when Jesus comes down back to earth. I am trying to go to heaven, and y'all should want to as well. So in my videos I'm going to start talking about God a little bit more. And I got this particular idea to do like quotes from they're called the J&J family. If y'all know them on YouTube, I'll put them right here. They do like, they call it a drip of Jesus, I think, or something like that, in their videos. And I just like the motivation of, they do that in every video. So I'm gonna try to do it in all of my videos, but the one that I have today, so shout out to them for the idea. The one I have today is give your burdens to the Lord and he will take care of you, and that is Psalm 55:22. Okay, so back to the inventors. So the second thing is a dustpan. Now, okay, it said he wasn't the like initial inventor of the dustpan, but it was Lloyd. He invented a dustpan that was able to stand up on its own. So y'all know the ones that got like the stick on it, like you sit there and you can sweep into it. Like that one is very, very convenient. Like y'all, I used to work at McDonald's and stuff like that, and that was very convenient than trying to get on the floor and like sweep it up, you know what I'm saying? So I think that is just like, it's like little things are just so amazing to me. This one, a street mailbox. Y'all know the mailboxes, we drop our mail off, we put our packages in there. It says, in 1891, Philip Downing created a street letterbox. They called it a street letterbox. To save people the walk down to the post office, instead of having to bring letters all the way to the post office, people could drop them into the metal boxes on the street. Plus, they were totally safe, not just from thieves, but also from the wind, rain, and other weather. Like, you don't even think, like, people used to have to, you couldn't just go drop off your packages at a nearby, like, mailbox. Like, you had to go all the way to the post office. And if they didn't have cars around that time, they say 1891, so I'm not sure if they had cars or not. So they had to walk to the post office. They couldn't just, it's like people really thought of, like, such useful things that we still use today, and, like, black people at that. And I just feel like black people, African American, you know, however you want to say it, I feel like we definitely don't get enough credit. Like, we don't learn about none of the stuff like this in school. And I think, like, why? Like, we should be learning, like, we learn about a lot of stuff that, hate to say it, but a lot of stuff that white people did. But we don't learn enough about what black people did. Like, I'm just finding out about all of this. And I'm 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? Next one is an ironing board. How many of y'all use iron? Honestly, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I'm more like a, you know, fold, dry, hang, you know what I'm saying? If needed to be ironed, I do. But ironing boards are very used. Like, my mom ironed her clothes all the time. But it says in the 1800s, most people ironed by placing a wooden board between tables or a pair of chairs, and it was less than convenient. Seeing the issue with the current ironing board method, Sarah Bone, I hope it's Sarah Bone or Boone, invented the ironing board, for which she was granted a patent in 1892. Like, that is so amazing. Like, I always say before I die, I want to be remembered for something. And how amazing is it to be remembered by something that was in 1892. Y'all, it's 2021. Ironing boards are definitely still being used today. Like, that's like amazing to me that stuff that they made way back then is just carrying out. Okay, this one is a closed circuit television. It says Marie Van Britton Brown and her husband Albert Brown created an early version of the CCTV in 1966. They were living in Queens, New York, and if y'all don't know what that is, it's pretty much like it's like a camera, like, you know, the cameras you put by your door. Like, now they have them, you can put them in the doorbells, like, so you can watch to see who coming up to your door. That's basically what that is. It said they live in Queens, New York, and were upset with a uptick in crime in their community. In order to feel safer, they created a motorized camera that was hooked up to a monitor. The modern home security systems we use today are based on the Brown's model. Like, wow. Now, this one, I don't know why when I seen this, I was like, what? Y'all, a lawnmower. It says, although people have found ways to trim their lawns before 1899, that was the year that John Albert Burr invented an improved rotary blade lawnmower. According to the African American Registry, Burr designed a lawnmower with traction wheels and a rotary blade that was designed to not easily get plugged up from lawn clippings. John Albert Burr also improved the design of lawnmowers by making it possible to mow closer to the building and wall edges. Black people are amazing, okay? Like, this is not to discredit any other race or anything like that, but y'all, I'm just trying to bring more awareness, more light, I'm gonna say more light to, like, black creativity. Like, black people have did a lot, and I feel like we are frowned on and looked on for, like, a lot of wrong things, like a lot of bad things. Like, the stereotype for black people is, like, terrible. Like, people really think black people are, like, dumb, like, for real. And I seen that the 3 top IQ scores in the world are by 3 black children. Period. Pooh. Okay? Anyway, the next one is a mechanical clothes dryer. For most of history, people hung out their clothes to dry on clothing lines and racks. George T. Sampson wanted to speed up the drying process, so he created an early version of the automatic clothes dryer. In 1892, he was awarded a patent for his design. A dryer. Use a dryer all the time. Like, wow. An ice cream scoop. Okay. Wow. Okay, hold on. Crowley. I know I'm probably saying that wrong, I'm sorry, was working at a hotel in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in the 1890s when he noticed that servers at the hotel struggling to scoop ice cream. To solve the issue, Creel created an ice cream scoop with a built-in scraper. It's like the little things, y'all. Like, you just, like, I feel like, I don't know, like, it kind of make me wish I mean, honestly, I don't wish I lived during them times, because I know it was way harder for black people during them times, but it's like, it's crazy to think people was like, you know what, we need something for that, like, we need something for this. Like, everything is pretty much like handy nowadays. Like, people still create stuff, but most things nowadays are like, you know, you have it, you know what I'm saying? Like, back then they were really just like thinking creative, like making stuff. Like, that's just, it's a gas mask, y'all. Garrett Morgan, who also invented the traffic light. Garrett Morgan, I think he might have. You were a smart man. You were a very smart man. A refrigerated truck. In the late 1930s, Frederick McKinley Jones created a portable air cooling unit for truck. This was an early model for what is now a refrigerated truck. During World War II, Jones' portable cooling units were used to preserve food, medicine, and blood on battlefields and at army hospitals. Now, this is what I'm saying. This has to do with a war. So why weren't we taught this during school? Because a black man made it wasn't important? Or, like, I have so many questions, y'all. Like, just so many questions on why we were not informed on all of this. Like, it's so motivational. Like, you know, I'm sitting here thinking, like, what can I invent? What can I make that can be used forever? Super soaker. Now, how many of y'all done played with a water gun? Y'all know y'all played with a water gun and a black man. Hold on. Lonnie Johnson, who worked for the U.S. Air Force and NASA, created the Super Soaker in the early 1990s. It was quickly, 1990s? Wow, that's not even that long ago. It quickly became a top-selling toy. Super Soaker. How many of y'all played one of them? Like, for real. I know I did. Laser cataract surgery. Dr. Patricia E. Bath overhauled cataract surgery. According to the U.S. National Library of Medicine, Patricia Bath discovered and invented a new device and technique for cataract surgery. Y'all, I'm just like, automatic elevator doors. Back in the day, people had to open and close elevator doors by hand. What in the world? If anyone could forget to close the shaft door, other passengers could fall down the shaft when expecting to step into the elevator. Miles invented a mechanism that triggered the shaft doors to open and close along with the elevator doors. Okay, so it says Miles, but it doesn't say his full name. Okay, it doesn't say the full name for this one, so I'm gonna have to look it up, and I'll put his full name on the screen if it's a he. Oh yeah, it's a he, because it said he got a patent for these automatic doors in 1887. Automated shoe making machine. Jan Ernest. Oh, this is the C. These names, I'm sorry, I don't know. Matt Zeliger. Yeah. Jan Ernest Matt Zeliger. I'm sorry, I'm probably saying these names really wrong. Was working in a shoe factory when he came up with a brilliant idea. Most people in the 19th century couldn't afford shoes, so to make them more affordable, he came up with an automatic shoemaking machine that could attach the shoes apart from the sole. Eventually, his machine could create up to 700 pairs of shoes per day, compared to the 50 per day he could make by hand. Okay, this says a sanitary belt. It said Mary Beatrice Davison Kenner and her sister Mildred revolutionized the menstruation industry. Most women at the time in the mid-1900s used rags and cloth pads to deal with their periods, which could lead to leaks and clothing stains. Harry and Mildred created an adjustable sanitary belt with a built-in moisture-resistant pocket for pads. Oh, y'all, I'm thinking they wore like... Okay, hold on. It's a sanitary belt built in with moisture-resistant pocket for pads. I'm still kind of confused. Like, did they put the pad on the belt and they wore the belt so they wouldn't leak through they wouldn't leak through they clothes. Y'all, but that's pretty, that's what did I just do, like 18 creators? I think that was like 17, 18. If y'all want me to do a part 2 with more black creators, more black inventions, I definitely will. Let me know how y'all feel about this video. I just feel like I just learned a lot. Like that just opened my eyes to a lot. Like a lot of stuff I use on a daily basis was created by a black person. And I mean it doesn't really, like, I'm not going to say it doesn't matter who made it, because it does, like, kind of matter. Like, it makes a difference to know, like, some of my people, like my, maybe not my ancestors, but, like, you know, black ancestors, black people, like, made a lot of stuff that we use nowadays. And the way that black people are treated, like, it just, you know, it's just nice to read and know some better stuff about black people, just besides knowing about slavery and da-da-da. And I'm not trying to downplay slavery. I'm just saying when it comes to black history, I feel like that's all people talk about is slavery. But, like, of course, we know slavery was terrible. Slavery was disgusting. Slavery was such a sad and terrible thing that black people had to go through. And it's just that's a whole different topic. But I want to just bring more light, more positive things to black history, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, if y'all want a part 2 to this video, let me know down below. If y'all like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you share this video, you know, encourage, you know, other people. Even if you're not black and you just want to know, like, I would like to learn, you know, more about my culture, because I'm black, clearly. So, you know, if you want to learn more about your culture, or, you know, you might not be black and you still might want to learn, like, that's cool, so we can all learn about each other. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, yeah, share this video so we can all learn. We can all, you know, get more knowledge, and, you know, comment, all that good, great stuff. And I'll see y'all on my next video. Peace. Got really upset with his girlfriend because she wouldn't bow down to him. Let me say that again. He got upset.